No, it's down the walkway, down the side on the blocks. The names are already engraved.
So are we voting after the fact, or?
I guess you are.
No, we're not voting.
Oh, you're going to put 10 more.
Anyway,
Yes.
I mean,
Well, you didn't have permission for the first 10. Sorry. You guys,
okay. So this motion
How about
is
it?
for the 10 that is not there now, Frank, or is it?
It's new names.
It's new names.
They have donated the money already, and it's new names.
And the names that have been
didn't
donated
donate it to
before the opening of the memorial, or recently?
Not these. They were
They were done
been
after.
recently.
Been recently.
Yeah.
And it's donated to who?
Pardon?
The foundation?
Yes. The money goes to the
Well,
foundation.
Names
Okay,
are already on
I
there.
can't
I honestly don't have an issue
surprised you
with
make a motion like that.
if it's just these 10 names or a one-time deal or because
It'll be a one-time
Okay,
deal.
only-
Then,
well, only
then all
because
the
these are
names
there
will come
already.
before everything that we do will come before the council.
it didn't. What are you going to do about the ones that didn't come?
I just like to add this for the record, Frank, that about 2 or 3 years ago, when the issue of the park maintenance did come up in the $22,000, the council did form an oversight committee, which at the time Councilman Marsh and I were supposed to chair and co-chair. We did informally request records, banking statements. And when that didn't happen, we formally requested it through the city managers and the city attorney's office. And shortly thereafter, I'm sure you remember that the foundation, I guess, got dissolved and the city took over the maintenance. So I don't want to dwell on that. I'm just saying that, because you already have names that are already on there, I don't have a problem with just, putting 10 more little blocks on there. I mean, it won't hurt anything. However,
They're not little blocks.
okay, but some are there already. I mean,
Oh, yes, out
okay,
the sideway.
okay.
And we knew nothing about it. Council knew nothing about it.
The other thing that we would like to do is put a brass.
I wouldn't go that far. Let's just.
I'll support
We
his
want to put a
brass.
brass plaque on the statue.
I support that.
On the statue
Is it
itself.
brass?
It's all involved here together. That's why I said if you break it apart, I'll support
All right.
that.
Why don't I do this? Then Mr. Dick Jones, why don't you help me out? I'm going to break the two motion. I'm going to take the motions into two separate motions if it's not already, and then we'll just see where it goes. Right now, I'll make a motion that the City Council approve for the brass plaque that you want to place where?
On the, it'll be, one will be in
It's right here.
Vietnamese, and the identical thing will say in English, and they will be plastic.
Well, let's keep it consistent. Let's we'll keep it consistent with whatever language is on there now as primary.
No, I
Okay.
would agree for his plaque. I think that's needed.
Okay, so Madam Mayor, why don't we? I'm going to make the motion that we complete the model engraving as originally planned at the base of the memorial statue, and direct staff to draft the necessary document detailing the procedure and requirement for future. No. I'm sorry, it's not B and C, Dick. Just basically, it's for the plaque, and we're going to direct staff to go ahead and prepare out the documents for that plaque, and
We have a
the language
motion on the
is to be
floor.
consistent with whatever's there. If it's, if they have Vietnamese language already and English, I'm fine with that. But make it consistent to whatever's there. And this motion is only
It's
for the plaque.
English now, and they want it to be in both. They want to have a new plaque so that under the Vietnamese soldiers, the way I understand,
Okay.
will be Vietnamese.
Yeah, it's right there.
Under the-
I don't have a problem with that.
I have no problem with that at all.
Okay, then why don't we just go
But
ahead
I am
and
opposed
vote
to
on that?
private names being sold to put in a public park.
Okay.
I don't care what it said.
Okay. As part of the, Mr. City Manager, did you wanted us to add the item C as a procedural requirement? I'm sorry. Item C reads, my motion is for the brass plaque. and to draft the necessary document detailing the procedure and requirement for any future inscription and or improvement from Freedom Park requested by philanthropic groups. And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm hearing the mayor correctly, everything relating to any public sites, the park or such, goes to the council. So
We
to
even
me,
had to bring it here
Okay.
to name Price
so Marty, we can go with whatever's here, or we keep it as is. Any future request by any group goes to council when it comes to public land.
Which,
Okay, so I'm open, but my motion is now with the plaque, and then you can think
we
about
had a
that.
motion on the floor. What do we do?
Okay, you have the motion you have on the floor right now. If it's a second, would be to approve the
So I
the
think
brass
you may
plaque.
have the substitute motion, right? You want to make a...
No substitute motion. It's one motion for the plaque.
Okay, I second the motion.
We can vote on the first motion first then, don't we?
No,
No,
we separated it.
we don't have to.
I bifurcated it. I'll
We originally
approve that.
had a motion and a second.
We did the
We have
first.
a
Motion by
and a
Toss, second by
on
Fry,
Fox vote.
to approve staff recommendation, and I just wanted to note that that means item A was a consideration.
Mr. Todd withdrawing his motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Mrs. Starr have a motion on the table?
For the
After
whole
I listen
thing.
to the fact,
For the whole
Oh, I'm
thing.
sorry. I did not know. I'm sorry. Then mine was a substitute motion. I'm sorry. I didn't hear your motion.
so you want to make your substitute
Well,
motion first?
If there was no second to yours and we didn't act
Yeah,
on it.
we had a second.
Oh, we did?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, we did. Councilman Price.
I would withdraw it.
Okay, so I would withdraw my
Just
motion.
separate.
City Attorney, do we have the right to
Well, okay.
withdraw
let's go
my
back.
motion?
You want to withdraw your motion? you can
After
do so.
I listen to all the
It's
facts?
my understanding that Mr. Kwok offered up a substitute motion, which was to only approve the brass plaque.
Okay.
If that receives a second, you'd be voting on only the brass plaque.
Okay, so I will go with that, and I would like to withdraw my
So you second
motion.
that. So the one item right now, we'll have two more items to talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
If I can,
City manager?
if I may just clarify in regards to Councilman Kwok's motion, as I understand it, please correct me if I'm wrong, is it's specific to item B under 6.1, that being the brass plaque, but it's also consistent with the late communication item where there'll be two brass plaques at the base of the statute, one with the current language in English, the second with a literal translation in Vietnamese.
As long as as long as the city don't pay for it, no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
What that,
I second the motion.
Frank,
What that
Frank,
plaque-
just.
You want
I'll
to
forward.
talk about the plaque?
Okay.
Okay, so
what that plaque will say is duty, honor, sacrifice. It's sometimes said that the heroes are hard to find. People who understand the meaning of duty, honor, and country need to look no further than those who fight for freedom and democracy.
that is
And that will be on the
On the plaque.
plaque, on the
Yes.
metal plaque that's put on the statue,
Right here.
underneath the statue,
Yes.
both in English and in
So that
Vietnamese.
include the motion.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Okay.
so I second the motion.
Okay?
I'll support
Let's vote on that one.
Vote on that, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a first and a second for a substitute motion to approve item B and the late communication that was submitted.
Okay.
These screens are all black.
So just call that vote.
That motion carries 5-0.